Wolfgang, where you at, man? Wolfie. Chill.
Yeah, Shyne is from Belize. He would call himself Garifuna. And he talked about the time where he was in high school. And he was in high school around, I guess, our year. He said he graduated, was it like 96? He was, so 96, Nas had already dropped Illmatic. Illmatic was dropped
Yeah,
in 94, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So Nas was basically born in 73. So that at the time, Nas would have been 23 years old when Shyne is referring to a time when he was in high school and he was befriending one of the finest girls at the school. And, he would, carry her books and stuff like that. And he was out and hustling and stuff like that. He said that he had got pow prior, so he was trying to change his life up and he was in school and this and that or whatever. And he was befriending this one girl, and the girl uh saw Nas in a 600, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, and leaving high school, when they were leaving high school, Nas pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Shyne is saying. We don't know if this is true or not. And that's why it says question. Like, is Shyne saying that Nas was caught playing with playing A minor? That's what I said. Now, supposedly the girl, we not clarifying if she was a senior. We're not clarifying if she was a junior. If she was a senior, she could have been 18. If she was a junior, she more than likely was 17. She hopped in the car with Nas and took off. And that changed Shyne's mindset of, I gotta get my car, I gotta get my hustle on, boop, 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 because he was cool with the finest chick at the school and she hopped in the car with Nas. This is what he said in an interview, a recent interview with Big Boy or Big Boy TV. Shout out to Big Boy. And I looked and I said, is Shyne trying to line Nas up, or is he cloud chasing?
Well, I mean, outside of what he shows on camera, he's never really been one much for you know, acts of humanitarianism. And what I find interesting is you've never brought this up before.
Yeah, I
Now,
know.
everybody knows that the diddler has been his benefactor.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, he got out of jail. Somehow he managed to get 10 million
Mm-hmm.
and got him set up to step in.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows that Belize is like
Yeah.
allegedly has a big reputation for the human teleporting business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of boats, a lot of people come up missing.
Mm-hmm.
But with the diddler down, I doubt if he's going to be able to make a phone call and call anybody up and say,
Yeah.
hey, I need some bread. That documentary didn't do as well as they
Uh-huh.
were hoping it was going to do.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't win the prime minister gig,
Not at all.
which means he's going to be looking for a new benefactor.
So maybe he's putting a little calling card out there to Jigga.
333. Well, I mean, I'm sure that would be the only other person that he could go to
Yeah,
because ain't
that makes
nobody
sense.
else in hip hop going fool with him.
No.
And regardless of what Alex Spiro said, we all know that the Jigga Man and the Diddler best of friends, and that's his strategist, and that's his ace boom coom. And I mean, we sitting around watching how, allegedly, you know, he broke up with him via PowerPoint, but he's been working a whole lot of things that have been helping Diddy along the way. I don't think anybody really pays attention to it that a lot of the moves that the Jigga Man has made have actually benefited the Diddler.
Like what?
The autistic victim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He put pressure on that situation, and I think people keep forgetting that Diddy was named in that lawsuit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we already know about everything that I've had to say and all the stuff that's come up against me, even though, of course, people don't want to give that any real light or credibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and all the efforts that he's done to get the industry back to normal as quickly as possible so that the machine can keep machining, which on the low works for Diddy as well, because
Yeah.
at least there'll be a business for, there'll be an industry of some kind for him to come back to. Everyone keeps talking about this big comeback, right?
Only comeback he gonna get is the come on his back when he in jail. But
Hey, that's cold blooded, but you got a point there. So if Shyne was gonna, shine up to anybody, the person that will make the most sense is Rock Nation. And then
yeah.
there's just the whole them losing the casino bid and Nas getting his, and then Nas's people clowning the Jigga Man in public, and now all of a sudden, Shyne comes out of nowhere
Right. And says this. Yeah.
and says this,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Well,
is funny
let me
because the one
let
thing
me
that we
say
said
this.
is part of the reason why everything is working out for Nas is because he doesn't have the kind of dirt on his name that the Jigga
Right.
Man has right now. Until
Right.
now.
Right. Well, see, let me say this. So you know, and I know how politics work. So supposedly, because even Nikki tried to bring it up, like, and I did it I kind of trolled everybody when I made you know, Nas was smiling and Jay-Z crying when it came to the casino
Yeah.
situation. Yeah, but they're saying that Nas and Jay-Z are cool and they ain't really uh in for each other like that. But I think that's bullshit too. It's always been like a silent. Jay has always been silently in competition with Nas, like all the time. Every time Nas dropped something, Jay-Z would drop something. Like, y'all got to peep that. Y'all got to peep that. But I got what you're saying in regards to now all of a sudden with this industry being the way it is, and it is
That's
low key.
why
It's always
having
been
Shine come out.
competition.
No, but that's why
Shine,
having Shine
Shine
come
coming
out
out with this
to
shit.
say something against Nas, that's what makes it so clutch.
Yeah,
Nobody would be paying attention to the fact that he's possibly doing it on the low for the Jigga Man.
and
Nobody
and,
would
and,
be
and
paying attention.
in the thumbnail, you see why I put Rymir and Jay-Z in there. Why you think I put that in there?
I
I
don't
know
know.
them
Why
Rock
did you
Nation
put that
cats
in there?
hate. I know they hate me, but no, it's because there's a lot of. I think that Rymir and Jay Z stuff is gonna bite Jay Z in the ass so bad. Like it's just I
You want to know
it's
what's
a lot of
funny?
stuff.
People want to accuse me of backpedaling. But apparently, everything that's going on with that lawsuit, from what Lily has had to say, Jay Z's backpedaling.
Right. That's why I put that out. Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about that though.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about Jay Z backpedaling. How do you go from filing 100 and some odd documents, and then next thing you know, you pull all of that back and you only do 18?
Yeah. It's gonna because it's a lot of stuff that's gonna bite him in the ass. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. But I think this Shine coming out with this shit, like you say, it does help Jay because now people are not
Yeah.
looking at the Rymir case like how they
Nope.
normally would. They're not looking at it. And that's why I put it up there, because I always if I look at it now, like I said, look, keep it a buck with you. We were not the biggest Nas fans growing up. I grew to respect Nas because I saw the game and I was like, oh. But my boys, we was always hating on Nas because one of our enemies hated was like talking about he was Nas' cousin, and his last name was Jones or whatever. But I don't think he was really Nas. Well, he probably was Nas' cousin, but that's a whole nother conversation. I got to run up on old boy and catch up with him. But overall, I never was like the Nas fan like that, but I respected him and I had Illmatic, all that, whatever. And I don't think I gained the respect back from him until Godson. I mean, I'm sorry, Stillmatic. But I'm not
I
saying
had a
that
lot
I'm
more
like.
respect for him before Prodigy died.
I'm saying I'm not like the I was never the biggest Nas fan, but I get the game and I respect Nas now, and Nas is a hands down best MC. The best New York MC outside of Rakim, in my opinion, is Nas. But I see the play now, and that's
He's not what he
why.
used to be.
Well, no, of course not. Of course not. They probably, yeah. I'm like you said, the Khalees stuff and all that. Now I think about it, I'm like, yeah, they slowed him down.
They slowed him
But
all
what
the
I'm
way down.
but what I'm saying though is, yeah, because he could be the bigger boss. He could be the biggest boss. Nas pretty much. I'm not mad at Nas though for doing what he's doing because, again, shout out.
He could have been the future of hip hop. He really could have been the
Well,
future of hip hop. But you want to know you want to know how I feel, in my opinion? He's weak.
well, let me say this. You got a
Nas, in
point.
my opinion, Nas is weak. He's
You got
weak.
a you got a
And
point. And the reason why go ahead. What are you gonna
the
say?
reason why I say he's weak is because he was too worried about popularity.
Okay.
He was too worried about keeping up with pretenses. He was too worried about it. Because the truth is, he ain't had no business with a chick like Khalees. He didn't.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Everyone
Yeah.
knew that situation was a bad situation. Everyone knew it.
He got
Um,
clown for that. He got clown bad for that too.
the second that he started getting tattoos of her naked body on him and like it was just it got really weird, and I'm like, you showing out for too much, you doing too much. Like it was just, he was never the flashy one. He was just, I think Prodigy's death scared him.
Facts page 99. Email me, please. Facts page 99. Definitely email me. Go ahead, Jack. I wanted to
um
say that.
I think he got scared. I think he got scared of being a real one. I think he figured like he needed to duck his head down a little bit and he needed to fit in. Um, I think he got scared, and I think he tried to assimilate as best as he could, and I think they caught him slipping. And in my opinion, I think the Nas that we see today is a controlled individual. I think he is a highly controlled individual. Uh, mm, and good luck to him. God bless him. But I'm telling you, every time one of the real ones tried to conform, this is how it turns out.